What is going on, everybody? Every one of my followers out there, all 21 of you right now. It's great. I love having some people that, actually follow my content, watch my content, and comment on it. Anyway, this channel is all about, for me, with my personal videos, with becoming a limitless being, thinking limitless. This video is going to be kind of a random thought video. It's not that I have a random thought. It's going to be whatever comes to my mind for tools, for weapons that you can use to better your life. Okay, and well, today I wanted to talk about what I've been doing lately to better my life. I took on a really long fasting challenge, and it was rough. It was very rough, but worth it. When I got to the end of it, I cured something I didn't think it was going to be curable, and I did it. Cured, finally. I won't talk about what it was I was cured from, but so worth it. If you want to know more about what it was, message me privately, and I may disclose the information with you. It's a very personal thing. Secondly, what I've been doing every single morning, getting up early, running out to the river, and doing this new thing of getting wet and sandy. I've got a pair of pants here that are constantly covered in silt and they're wet. I got a pair of shoes here the same way. I've been running up the cliffs with a 50-pound rucksack. And with that 50-pound rucksack, I've been getting in the water, been doing push-ups, flutter kicks, all sorts of things just to get wet and sandy. Rolling around in the mud, rolling around the silt. By the time I'm done, I am just coated in it. Any of you that follow me on Facebook have probably seen the photos I've posted about it. It was, I did representation in the day of what I do. Did it right after work, because I can't really video in the morning when it's that dark, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning when I get out there. So yeah, that's been a new challenge for me. It's been really nice, really nice. It's it sucks. I mean, to put it in a lack of better terms, it actually really sucks. And every morning I get up and I look at my running shoes and I dread putting them on. I dread getting out there and doing that. But I always just tell myself, you got to go do it, because you don't want to do it. You've got to go do it now, and I do it. And it's not fun. It's not fun at all. But when it's over, I feel alive. I don't even need a cup of coffee in the morning. Except I got one right now. But in the mornings, I don't even need coffee, because I get in that water. It wakes me up. The run, it wakes me up. It's my true morning coffee right there. Best kind I could ever have, to be honest. So as far as eating, how am I eating now that I'm done with my fast? Well, I'm going back to OMAD 3000 or 4000. However much I can stuff in one freaking meal. I have a hard time doing 2500. I weigh 148 pounds right now, and after a long fast like I just did, putting in 2500 is very difficult. I did my first refeed last night, and jeez, I'm not gonna lie, I was lucky to get in 1600 calories. I just couldn't take it anymore. It hurt, I was bloated. I ended up just laying down and not really moving too much. Alright, so that's my morning routine, covering that. Done. Now let's go into something else. Connection and happiness. A few videos ago I made a few videos, a few days, a few weeks, however long ago I made that move on video, talking about happiness and what comes from within, and stop relying on people outside of you to bring about that happiness, because happiness is created within. When you bring about the connection, for me that's what happened. It was the connection between the body and my mind. Okay? And when that connection happened, call it law of attraction, call it being, call it presence, call it whatever the heck you want. I do not give a crap. Words are useless. But that connection brought about so much into my life. So many good things. I've got about 3 days left here in this town before I move. So I want to put some videos out before I ended up doing that to kind of spread my thoughts a little bit on what I'm doing to better myself. Well, that connection was the best thing I ever did. Realizing that my happiness comes from within and nowhere else. Things are rushing into my life. Like at first I didn't. At first I was like, man, yeah, this is great. Yeah, getting some good things going here. And then something rushed into my life that I can't stop thinking about. That I've literally, for 3 days straight now, I've had this, the way Alan Watts talks about it, the convulsive, pulsating ripple of life itself. And I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. Best way I can describe it. It's riveting. It's orgasmic. Beyond orgasmic. I mean, it's beyond it. Beyond the feeling. I never thought I would feel this. There's no such thing as coincidence. No such thing. Everything happens for a reason. And that connection brought in something into my life. And do I know how? No. Do I know the answers? No. All I know is that's what happened. And I loved it. It was peaceful. But still every single day, even though the good is coming into my life, I've not stopped the process. The problem with a lot of people is that when the good things start flowing in, they stop the process. They stop growing. They stop trying. They stop just trying to be better than they were yesterday, whether that's physically, whether that's mentally, whether it's just with personality. If you're just trying to be a nicer person every day, to be better than you were yesterday, you gotta keep up the process, because that's what it is. The whole thing is about the process. Your whole life is the campaign. It is the battle. It is the process. It is the campaign. And it's never ending. It never stops. So when the good things come into your life, take your moments to appreciate them. And if it's so riveting that you gotta take a couple days off, do it and enjoy them. But get back in the saddle. Put your shoes back on. Get back out in the water. Get back out on the run. Get back in the classroom. Get back into what you were doing to attract those things into your life. Don't stop. Do not stop that process. Keep it going. Keep it flowing. Because it's like a river. You know, when you stop the process, you may as well be putting a dam in it. And you stop the flow. Keep up the flow. But remember, never forget that even with all the good things coming in your life, your happiness comes from only one place. One place. In you. In you. Only in you. Nowhere else. No one else. Nothing else. Yeah, I know some of you are going to say, my child. No, it's not true. Is your child literally reaching in your chest and flipping a happy switch? No. You're looking at your child and that feeling is being generated inside of you. Happiness comes from within. Within. Only within, guys. Come on. Remember that. So that no matter what happens in your life, you can find a way to be happy. You can find a reason to be happy. And when you find that reason to be happy in the darkest of times, the light will come. But you got to get out of the way. Biggest problem that we have as human society is we get in our own way. Stop getting in your own way. Trust me. The moment you get out of your own way, great things come into your life. Well, shoot, we've already been going almost 10 minutes here, and I think the 10-minute cap is where I'm going to leave it at. So anyway, guys, take a cold shower, do the push-ups, do the reps, do the work. And like Goggins says, and I will always make sure I say it's David Goggins that says it, do something that sucks every day of your life. That's how you grow. Embrace the suck. David Goggins. Stay hard, guys.